and a mishmash of Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering? Then take on the mantle of becoming a card hunter in a free-to-play browser-based game that embraces both miniatures and microtransactions. Card Hunter is divided into the realms of single-player and multiplayer, boxed by a frame story that's pure Poindexter. You're rolling the dice in the basement with neophyte game master Gary and his sardonic older brother Melvin, with occasional visits from the cute pizza delivery girl.
Pizza!
The campaigns you play fight through also contain slithers of plot, but it's surprising to see the brothers' roles grow into something more than tutorial window dressing. Playing the computer or other people, the core game is the same. Arenas make up boards with various terrains that you'll march your trio through, smacking down foes or holding victory squares to win. The single player's RPG roots are readily seen, with leveling and a steady progression of complexity with monsters and situations that will require you to switch up tactics. There's a lot of rules and systems to navigate. Thankfully, the UI is generally helpful, always ready to enlarge a card with a quick mouse over revealing a tooltip. Each piece of equipment will have several cards tied to it, meaning your inventory is what influences the shuffle. Attacks, movements, hybrids, and powerful traits make up the cards, with rarities, and often drawbacks for the more powerful artifacts. While the tactics and feel are solid, a few quibbles have mounted, some inherent to the form. While you're guaranteed a movement card every turn, the random nature of the draw can sometimes leave a character with nothing else to do. With every adventure rewarding you with loot, it can be overwhelming to manage equipment, and in turn a deck has higher level systems like power gems and skill slots unlock. Assuredly, deck management is part of the fun, but the abstraction of cards to equipment is another layer to wade through. Server lag and responsiveness have also plagued the launch weeks, from trying to select a quest to even choosing a card, meeting with various timeouts. Multiplayer has you taking on other players, or AI if no match is found, to climb the leaderboards and earn more treasure. Characters here are max level, evening the playing field a bit, while the actual playing field always has victory squares, so two turtling card hunters can still eke out a conclusion. Each player is also given 20 minutes on the clock, so there's little time to wallow in indecision, giving matches a punchy feel without selling out the strategic heart.
Ambush!
Now the dreaded weigh-in on the not-free part of this free-to-play. Without spending a cent, you'll find yourself limited to certain hero miniatures, while some dungeons will be locked and less treasure yielded. While the inner game runs on gold, Card Hunter's coinage is pizza, which costs real dollars and in turn can be converted into gold, traded to open dungeons, and join a monthly club that gives you that extra treasure. There's nothing too egregious, except perhaps the chest store that lets you slide other massive amounts of slices for failsafe epic items. There's also a particularly priced package at $25 that gives some pizza, unlocks all the dungeons, and some characters that could be seen as the equivalent of paying for the game. Multiplayer-wise, paying to win is somewhat stunted by the random luck of the draw. There's also the fact that playing through the single player to a certain point will slide you over to the multiplayer and comp you some pizza to get a very valid starter pack. Better equipment does lead to better cards, but the way the game is weighted, even lowly leveled boots can help win the day. Likewise, the ranked matches try to place you with evenly skilled opponents, which will hopefully normalize talent over gear. It's the early days of Card Hunter, but it feels charming and exhilarating, with the promise of co-op and new campaigns in the future. We've played with and without spending a dime, and while cash can assuredly speed things up, Card Hunter is a valid experience for penny pinchers and pizza lovers alike.